Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BDD6. Let's finally start the expert maps. Now I realized that I haven't even done Half-Cash, Impossible and Chimps for a lot of these maps. You can see I haven't even played some of them. So yeah, I decided to start with Infernal, showing a Half-Cash first in this video, and then Impossible and then Chimps. So yeah, for this gameplay I'm gonna use Monkey Knowledge. I have it unlocked fully, and definitely for these expert maps it's quite needed. And then as a hero I'm gonna go with Benjamin. And yeah, let's just start. The gameplay is gonna be quite long because you're gonna need to go slow in some rounds, be sure that you can pop everything and so forth. So it's already gonna be a quite long gameplay. And yeah, I'm gonna start by placing the freedom monkey right here, right, covering both this portion of the path and also this one in strong. And then I'm gonna place another one here closest to it, and so closest to the bottom side, and yeah, closest to the right side in first. And yeah, on odd rounds the balloons are gonna come from the top side, as you can see here. Instead, on even rounds, the balloons are gonna come from the bottom side. So these are two completely independent paths, and yeah, this may cause you some trouble. And yeah, this was just one of the best starts I could find to pop as many balloons as possible. And yeah, so here placing another monkey in strong, as you can see, placing it once again for the with having it able to attack both the left side here and also the right side, so you can attack multiple portions. In this way you can pop simply more balloons. And now for round 6, dropping another monkey again in this same order. So 2 monkeys up here, 2 monkeys down here, and yeah, so that's my start. In this way I'm gonna be able to pop as many balloons as possible until I can afford a heli. As always, whenever you're playing on maps like this one, where you have multiple paths, and especially you have like not a lot of room to place towers close to the path. You can see here you can't really place a lot of towers close here because there is just a little bit of room here, then here, here, and here. And the same goes for the top side. So yeah, towers like helis, aces, mortars, snipers that have pretty much unlimited range are always going to be very strong in all these maps. And yeah, that's why I'm gonna just go with this, and surviving until the end of round 11. So yeah, depending exactly on how you have placed the monkeys, you may be able to pop like 2-3 balloons more or 2 or 3 balloons less. It's doesn't matter that much. And yeah, finally here in round 11, at the very end, I'm gonna just sell here 1, 2, and 3 monkeys. So the 3 monkeys that you can sell for cash. Remember, the one that is free is gonna give you no cash, so don't sell that one. And now I'm gonna drop the heli. Of course, I have the heli discounted, so that's why it's gonna cost only 1070 cash. I'm gonna place it right there, so closest here to the left side, leaving enough room in the bottom side and also enough room in the top side. And yeah, now you can see that with the heli I can control it with my mouse, and the heli can just be anywhere I want it to be. And yeah, remember, always important placing the heli so that you have as much piercing as possible with the darts. And yeah, trying to anticipate the balloons, always having the heli on front of the balloons. And yeah, once again, that is for the very simple reason of having more pierce. So yeah, just like that. And yeah, that's the start for this half cash map. and now it's all about surviving until you can place Benjamin. Benjamin is gonna cost 1100, I think. 1165. So yeah, here actually I placed the heli quite wrong, and you could see that I lost a lot of piercing. Yeah, that's not good. So remember, always place the heli in front of the balloons. Right, don't let the heli like turn backwards. Alright, and yeah, here we go. Round 18 gun, just like that. Round 19 should be still quite easy because you, well, in this top side you also have the Duck Monkey, so you have some extra help. And then now in this bottom side, yeah, this is where the black balloons are gonna start coming out. And yeah, when you pop the black layer, then you have the beneath balloons that are very fast. So just remember to anticipate that. Now I just need 2 cash, as you can see, to place Benjamin. So I'm gonna simply just let the heli move between these 2 spots, so I can start this round, place Benjamin as fast as possible, and then control the heli once again and try to have good pierce. Even if you can hold, you can use Benjamin's level 3, don't do it because you're gonna need it for round 22. So yeah, here, even if I may end up losing some lives, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, just hold on to Benjamin's level 3. Now place the heli here, good. Alright, and then as soon as the round start, get the Benjamin's level 3, and you should be able to pop most of these wet balloons quite easily. And then yeah, you kinda just have to deal with the remaining ones. Just 2 more here. Can I pop everything? No. Yeah, I lost just a couple of lives, but it wasn't too bad. So now let's just get the heli 010, and now by flying faster you're gonna have much more piercing, because you can, even the fastest balloons like pinks and yellows will not be able to get behind you, and so yeah, you have much more utility. Unfortunately, the camera balloon around 24 is gonna leak, but there's nothing I can do about that. And then here, let's just get a sniper, right, in strong. Another tower that has unlimited range. In this map, there are no problems with like line of sight or obstacles, so snipers are quite good, especially if you use them like to pop lab balloons, and that's the use that I'm gonna have for the sniper. So 100 sniper. And here just making sure that I can have the heli in a good position to pop these pinks. Now letting the sniper pop first the zebras, so then you only have to deal with the green balloons. And then here we go, round 27. Yeah, here try to have the heli as close as possible to the balloons, but still don't let the heli like turn backwards. So always have the heli in the best piercing possible. Yeah, here we go, just like this, just follow the balloons. That's why you need to go slow. And yeah, here we go. And then here on 28 you can see you just need to wait the sniper to pop lab balloons, and then you pop them with the heli. So now heli 110, having 4 darts, now the heli has much more damage. And now I'm gonna get it 120. So also knocking camera detection, preparing for round 33. That's gonna have a lot of gamma balloons. Right here, once again, just letting the heli here, popping those fast balloons first, like popping yellows and pinks especially, and then you should be good. All right. Popping these camo balloons, all right, in the top side. And now for the next round I'm gonna add some more towers. So I'm gonna start by adding a Buccaneer here. I'm gonna later on get a sub right there in the top right pool. So the Buccaneer here is gonna be important to, well, do damage to the Bloons, but especially give range for that sub. And yeah, overall I like a lot the Buccaneers because they're gonna do some good damage with grapes. They're gonna be able to pop black Bloons. They have camo detection, so yeah, it's a tower that I like a lot. So 0 1 0 first, then 1 0 1 1, and then here should be able to get it 0 2 1 with a hot shot. And now also the grapes should set the Bloons on fire, and that's also some extra damage against these rainbows right here, and well, against all the Bloons. And you can see that the Buccaneer range is so large that it can even attack the top side, and that's why here I placed the Buccaneer in this top, closest to the top side and closest to like the top right. Okay, and I think here I'm gonna just get a Buccaneer 0 to 2, right? Camo detection. There are some camo Bloons in this round, so yeah, why not? And also let's just prepare when I'm gonna place then the sub, so that the sub is gonna also have camo detection. And yeah, here the pings, just again, just go slow, be sure that you place the heli correctly, and that should be it. Oops. So now this sub here, actually here I'm gonna place closest to the bottom right side, so in this way it's gonna be closer to Benjamin. Should benefit from his level 3. Okay, here we go. And yeah, let's just get the sub first to 0 0, so unlocking advanced intel as fast as possible, and that way the sub can join in the attack. Against these lab Bloons you have the sniper, and then also you have hotshot from the Buccaneer, so you can pop those lab Bloons around 37 in 2 different ways. And yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be okay. Now around 38, once again starting it, then getting the sub 201. All right, just more attack speed, and then once again these pings and these lab Bloons, sorry, in round 38 should be popped by both the sniper and both the Buccaneer. And then finally here I'm gonna already click on the sub, because in round 39 I'm gonna simply get the sub 202. And yeah, there should be a lot more of piercing. And yeah, the cool thing about Benjamin is that for the Moab, you're gonna, if the Moab has a virus on top of it, you can see you just need to pop the Moab layer, then that's it. You're not gonna need to like destroy also the ceramics beneath it. And that's also why I think also exchanging some comments with some other players, like Benjamin is one of the top heroes for Hafkash, because of this huge utility with his level 7, his level 3, his level 10. Right, remember the Buccaneer is also giving camo detection to the sub. And now here I'm gonna use Benjamin's level 3 against these ceramics to pop one extra layer out of them, and yeah, being able to clear them up quickly. Yeah, unfortunately Benjamin's ability ran off before I was able to clean up everything, so yeah, some Bloons were able to get past, but not too many. And now simply getting the heli here, 130. So now going backwards the Bloons, and this is going to be especially helpful against ceramics. Right, getting here ninja, that monkey, sorry, 002, so just more range and camo detection as well for the sub for this top side. Right, I also got advanced intel and sorry, pursuit mode for the heli, just so I can just focus with the mouse on you know, on getting my stuff, and yeah, so that I don't have to worry about anything like with the heli following with my mouse instead of like destroying the Bloons. And I think also in this way the downdraft effect applies much more intensively because the heli is always like almost on top of the balloons. Now I got here Buccaneer 032, right? Very important, adding this extra attack, extra explosion, and it's going to be especially important for round 59 for the camo lad balloons. And then now the next part of the strategy is pretty much just getting a sub here, a mortar. Yeah, I don't know why I keep calling mortars subs, and yeah, that's just and I'm gonna get here mortar 210. all right, here using Benjamin's level 3. Remember, a lot of ceramics in this round, so just be sure that with Benjamin's ability you can destroy them all. And now yeah, mortar 320, and the mortar once again is a tower that can target anywhere on the screen, has a limited range, and yeah, it's gonna be yet another thing that I can use against lab balloons. It's gonna be able to stun also the balloons, very important, stunning the ceramics, not letting them advance. And yeah, if you combine the downdraft effect, so the blowback effect of the heli with the stun of the mortar, that's why this combo can really beat Halkish in this map. So until round 54 you can go quite fast through the rounds. You can see just moving the mortar around, trying to add some damage with it. Sometimes Benjamin is going to apply the virus on the mobs, some other times you're going to need to pop the ceramics. Yeah, it depends. And then round 54 and round 55 just go slow, because it's very easy in these rounds to mess up and to lose. Yeah, you can see Benjamin just send the virus to the ceramics, and yeah, also here the second mob will not have the virus, so I'm gonna use here Benjamin's level 3 to destroy this last mob. And yeah, here we go. So yeah, there are some rounds where Benjamin is not gonna send the virus on the mobs but on the ceramics, and yeah, it's quite random and weird when that happens, but yeah, that's how it is. Now round 55, the first couple of ceramics here shouldn't be really that problematic with the mortar like stunning and the heli blowing them backwards. But yeah, the last ceramics, sometimes because there are a lot of them, yeah, sometimes you can't destroy them all. Now here some rainbows camo, but with the sub, with the Buccaneer and with the heli, should be able to destroy them all. And yeah, so those, like especially around 54 and 55 are the rounds where you need to go like maybe a little slower, especially around 54. And now yeah, I just need a couple of hundreds to get the mortar 4-0. Also I have now Benjamin's level 10 that I can use if I want to, but remember that Benjamin's level 10 is going to actually make you lose a lot of cash, so just remember to use it only when you really need it. And these are the camo lab balloons in round 59, and that's why the explosion from the Buccaneer is so important, because otherwise, yeah, like there is no way that you can pop these lab layers with like the sub or with the heli, and relying only on the grapes is just too bad, because you're gonna end up having some lab balloons being able to get past, and yeah, so that's why I got the Buccaneer 032. And yeah, also it deals some more damage to the balloons in general, so it's always good. And now very simply, yeah, for round 60 I could use Benjamin's level 10, but I'm not gonna use it because, as I said before, you end up losing cash. So until he is like level 20, I think using his level 10 is always gonna make you lose cash. So yeah, just use it only when you really need it. And for example, around 63 is when I'm gonna really need it, so that's when I'm gonna use it. All right, now here I'm gonna just leave the mortar there, and when the fortified mobs are going to be coming out, we'll get the alchemist here 300. So now the alchemist will start giving the brew to the mortar, making it stronger, and yeah, should be able to destroy everything here. Now round 63 is quite easy. You just need to wait for the first ceramic rush to appear, and then you use Benjamin's level 3 ability. That's going to increase by 1 layer the damage on these ceramics. Then for the second rush you use Benjamin's level 10, so all the ceramics are going to be turned into rainbows, and yeah, in doing so you shouldn't have any problem of destroying them. And then the last ceramic rush, you should have back again Benjamin's level 3 ability, and yeah, just use it again. Follow the ceramics if you need to, so just change the mortar, and that's it. So now round 64 can also be a round that's pretty annoying, so just recommend here in this case following with the mortar, just following this last fortified mobs, and get also the alchemist here 400 if you can. And then for the very last moments here, use Benjamin's level 3 once again to be sure that you can destroy everything. And yeah, so those were the pretty tough rounds, round 63, round 64, but you can see by using Benjamin's abilities in the correct timing, you can simplify a lot, and you can get a bunch of you can survive like a bunch of pretty hard rounds. You can survive them quite easily. And then now I'm gonna start entering into the second stage of the strategy, that is pretty much just getting some utility towers around. Especially I'm gonna get wall of fire, that is gonna increase the damage I can do against against ceramics, and yeah, so just being able to destroy the ceramics a little quickly. All right, so that's 022 wizard right in this top side. Now sometimes around 67 you're gonna have some regrow fortified camo ceramics, and if you haven't afforded a 022 wizard yet, you can simply use Benjamin's level 3 here for this round to be sure that once again you can destroy everything. But yeah, other than that, I think round 67 should be quite easily, and all these rounds actually are going to be quite easy. The only difference is that round 77 rounds, round 75, 76, 77 and 78 are gonna require some usage of Benjamin's abilities, but the other rounds should you should not need that. So I'm gonna very simply here get a wizard also for this bottom path, so a wall of fire and then a 022 wizard also to pop camo Bloons. I'm gonna just rip the mortar there, seems to be doing some good damage already, so I don't need to like change the position always. So 022 wizard, here we go. So that wall of fire now can hit both normal and camo Bloons. And now remember that round 75, round 77 that are quite tough rounds are gonna be coming from the top path. So yeah, here that's why I'm gonna get yet another wizard 022, 02 only for now, so just a wall of fire without the extra camo detection. And then probably also here another wizard here. Don't need to change the mortar, okay. So strong here. Okay, let's just start building it. So now, as I said, round 75, 76, 77 and 78 are gonna require the correct management of Benjamin's abilities. And yeah, so that's that's gonna be the most important thing to do in these rounds. So let's get first though here this wizard 0 2 2. All right, and now remember that round 78 is gonna have two ceramic rushes. The first one is normal, the second one is camo. Now because of the fact you're gonna need to use Benjamin's level 10 ability for round 77, you're gonna only need, if I can use this word, Benjamin's level 3 for the first ceramic rush around 78. But for the second one, because it's camo, you can't hit those ceramics with the mortar, and that means that that round it's almost impossible to beat. Now here I think I used the Benjamin's ability a little late, because that didn't turn the BFBs into mobs. So I guess I'm gonna try to make that work anyway. Let's see. If anything, I can just restart the round. So yeah, unfortunately I used it too late, and so two BFBs weren't turned into mobs, and yeah, that was the bad thing. If anything, here I can always restart. Okay, yeah, it was quite close, but you can see that even if you messed up, you can still somehow manage to like pop everything. Now here around 76, as I said, you only need Benjamin's level 3 ability. Don't use Benjamin's level 10, because you're gonna end up losing just cash. So just use his level 3. And also here in round 77, wait for the first like BFB to come out and then use Benjamin's level 10, because you're gonna need to turn some of those BFBs into mobs, because otherwise this round is just there are just too many Bloons to deal with. Okay, so now I saw the first BFBs here coming out, so I'm gonna be turning 1, 2, yeah, only 2 BFBs into mobs, but that should be enough to like destroying these last 3 BFBs. Should be able to do that. Now remember, you can't use Benjamin's level 3 because you need it for the first ceramic rush in round 78, so that's why I'm not using it, and I'm just moving here the mortar. So yeah, remember always about that. I got here, as you can see, shimmer, and that's how I'm gonna remove the camo from the ceramic rush, the second one. And yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. So let's just start here round 78. Remember, for the first ceramic rush you just need Benjamin's level 3 ability. Here we go. So when you see the ceramics coming out, just move your towers. That should be enough. I'm gonna get here sub 204. That should also do some more damage against ceramics and especially mob class Bloons. And now for the second ceramic rush, I'm gonna use Benjamin's level 10. Unfortunately, because it's camo, I can't really risk of having some of these camo Bloons sneaking past, so I'm gonna use both Benjamin's level 10 and level 3. So yeah, the second ceramic rush, because it's camo, even if you have this shimmer effect, just don't risk, you know, having then Bloons being able to get past. So here I think this is should be in range to get here another wall of fire in the top side. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then let's add just another sub here in the bottom side, another, like, I don't know, depending on what can I get, 203 or 202 sub, probably 203. Yeah, okay. Now here, once again, very important, holding on to Benjamin's level 10 for round 80 against this. Oh my god, you don't need to use it for these last two 45 BFPs because you have a lot of time to like destroy them, so yeah, no need for that. And now round 80, again, just starting it, and use Benjamin's level 10 as soon as you can, and that should turn, as you can see, oh my god, into a BFP. And that is gonna make this round a joke, and that's half cash. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.